ready, folks.
I sure am. Are you ready?
I sure am.
Super excited.
Hello, good evening. This is Paranormal PhD with me, Dr. Rebecca Foster. It is, June 30th? Summer's flying, and I am actually at a beach. I thought, you know what? It's beautiful out. I spent some time just kind of me sitting here with God, and it took some time. I kind of drove around, and I thought, where do I want to do this? And then I found myself here, and I sat. I just kind of listened and took the moments in and thought, sometimes you just have to do that. You know, as much as you may love your life, as much as you may want to be doing other things, have to do other things, it's really important that you give yourself that time when you feel that you need it or that you're being called to it. There's always a reason for it. And what you'll find is in the midst of allowing that time to happen, all of a sudden you'll get these epiphanies and light bulbs and really cool downloads. So it's just good to, unwind and spend that time with God and your guides. Listen to their messages. What do they place in front of you? Is it a number? Is it a car? Is it a person? Is it an experience? And it's just good because it unfrazzles the mind, and it's important to have that self-care. It's just important. There's so many beautiful places in Des Moines and quiet places too. And this beach isn't exactly quiet, but I'm facing the water. That's peaceful. So I'll actually be able to pick you guys up and throw you on the beach today. All right, let's see who's here tonight. So tonight it is streaming right now to YouTube, to my Facebook page, and also to Spirit Realm Network page as well. Now, for those of you on Spirit Realm, I might be talking to you tonight here. However, the owner of Spirit Realm is probably going to be moving everything to the to the actual website. So you may want to make sure you go to spiritrealm.net, like on Mondays when I go from there. That's awesome. No matter where I go, she's gonna drop that baby right off of her shoulder right now. No matter where I go, doesn't matter where it is, God always puts abused kids in my way, like crazy. It's just crazy. And not, oh God, she's gonna drop that child. Oh, I can't even look. I'm not even. People don't think other people are paying a close attention to stuff like this. And the child's probably tired, but come on, distractions. So again, spiritrealm.net for those of you who are at Spirit Realm Network right now, because that's where I cast to normally. But I'm sharing my Paranormal PhD, my normal show, with them. So why not, right? Let's say hello. If you guys have further questions or you want anything a little deeper than what I'm going to do tonight, then please go to godstool.com and you can find out more about me and places I will be, events I will be at, where I'm doing galleries or speaking. And you can check that out. If you're anywhere in Iowa, I'm going to be in Fort Dodge on July 16th, one night only, doing a gallery, limited seating. So that'll be fun. All right, Jean, how are you? I'm going to pull people randomly from the chat room, and I will just give you whatever your guides are giving you. Also, if I give you that that comment, put it in the feedback too, so people who are also watching can see, oh, that made sense. That's what that meant to this person, because they like that, you know? And that's the fun of me running this, is we can do those things. I don't have any specific topic to talk about tonight, so we're just going to do readings. Laura, hello. Hello from Canada. Very nice. Thomas, how are you? Darcy, hello. Kayla, la la. Kimberly, Ann, how are you? Diane, Yvonne, Joni, Amy, April, Chad, how are you guys? April, you're from Canada as well. Awesome. Mary Tusta Pesky, Victoria, Karina. A lot of new names, and I absolutely love that. Okay. You have a beautiful message. I was missing a very old necklace that my husband had purchased for me. I couldn't find it. I knew where it was. I looked 3 times. I prayed to St. Anthony, pleading not only that magically. They are listening. You're correct. Vivian, hello. Elizabeth. Okay, so many wonderful new names that I have not. Cindy, hello from Fond du Lac. Darcy, I did. I was in Wisconsin, and now I am near Des Moines. So it's just a short jaunt, and I thought, you know what? I'm going by some water where there aren't a lot of boats. I didn't want to deal with boats. All right, so lots of people here. Let's find out what's happening. All right, let's grab some new names tonight, shall we? So Darcy, your name is familiar, but I don't remember reading for you recently. The glasses are great to read you guys, but now I'm blurry. But as far as reading goes, it's easier to just take them off. So Darcy, actually your guides are over here. Okay, so Darcy, you're walking barefoot right now, and you're on solid ground, of course, which means that everything that comes your way, you're going to be able to refer back to previous experiences. The only thing is that as you're stepping, it almost looks like, gosh, I can't see very much of anything underneath your feet or around you. You're in a skirt, it's long, and every time you step, see, I don't see anything on the ground, but when you step, you stop and you pull your bare foot up and you pull like nails or thorns or something out of your feet, and then you continue to walk forward. So ultimately what this is saying is you're safe in an insecure situation. It does not mean that it is an easy path. It just simply means that you will recognize it, you will understand what you're dealing with, you will also know that in order to accomplish what you want to accomplish, you're going to have to forge ahead. And so every now and then you're pulling these boop, 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 and it seems like it's like 3 or 4 every time. So the number 3, 4 is very important. So we've got, 3 to 4 days. I would say 4 days. Let's go 4, up to 4 days. The 4th coming up, 4 weeks, could be 4 months. Let's see, what are we in? We're going July. So July, August, September, October. How does October feel? Actually, I think it'll be before October that you will finally reach that goal. So that's for you, Darcy, and the way that it feels work related. So change is coming with work. Not easy ones though. So you're probably correcting and fixing a lot of issues with work. And then you're going to, oh, that's why I couldn't put my foot up, because there's no chair on this side of oh, there it is. It's just really far away. All right. Okay. We're just going to be uncomfortable for a little while. So that's for you, Darcy. Kayla, hello, darling. La la. Just moving past you, Layla, la la, la la. See, this one I'm just gonna say la la. I was kind of going through everybody, but I stopped because I, of course, skimmed the knowledge of your current situations and so forth. And it just looks like it is a heavy, like an anchor chain that goes on the Titanic. So the chain links are really big, you know, they're big. Seriously, there's birds that just landed above me. If they poop, then I'll know that this is probably not the choice that I should have made. Here. Let's just do this. Let's just move down just a little bit. Big chains. And you don't even try to cut them or sever them. You just like you miraculously you pick one up and it's rusted and old and you kind of move it over and then you go about your things. So you're not bothered by it. You're not attempting to remove it. You're just simply moving it a little bit and then you're just like, it's there. Interesting. Very interesting. That's very interesting. Kimberly Ann, hello, how are you? I think a lot of new people too because I switched nights from Tuesday to Thursday. Kimberly Ann. So Kimberly, first and foremost, what your guides are telling me to tell you is, I don't know if, hold on. I thought this was you. However, I think someone is coming through with this message. So, excuse me, it's either about you or they're trying to get me to acknowledge them. And I would look at this person, and I'm 5'7", so I would think they might be 5'7", maybe a little bit shorter than me. And they look a little bit heavier, and it looks like it is possibly due to like edema or swelling, possible cardiac issues, or a pulmonary problem, because it just looks like a person who is swollen, and a lot of it looks to be in their legs. I think this is a female, and her hair is cut shorter. Would be very light, so maybe white or silvery color, and she doesn't have to be old either to have that hair color. It would be, she looks younger, maybe just an early onset gray. But she's wanting me to acknowledge a foot that won't heal. So I'm thinking also she may have had diabetes or some form of diabetic issue, and she's trying to come through and say hello. And then a letter, I think. Now, sometimes when I'm doing this through the dimensions, I will flip things back and forth. So I originally am seeing the letter L coming through, like Luann, Leanne, you know, that kind of thing. But it could be a J, because I've been tricked by that one before, and I flip rooms, I flip perspective, and I flip the letters. So this looks like it first comes through as an L, but it could be a J. And I don't get any message from her other than she may even have had a problem with hearing or something, because she's wanting me to acknowledge her ear, like she's saying, I'm listening, I'm hearing you. So the fact that she's saying to acknowledge that may mean that she would have had some kind of funky thing going on with maybe her right ear. Again, if it comes through for you, if something comes through, speak and just say, hey, that makes sense to me. All right. All right. Chapter of the story, just taking it day by day. Correct. Michelle, hello, darling. How are you? I get your daughter in a couple of days. All right. You're good at avoidance. Yes. Okay. Cam Shack, I will not be attending when you come to Fort. Oh, the last time you were here, the whole row behind me was drinking quite a bit and talked amongst themselves for most of the time you were speaking. Get more to excellent. Well, you know what? I'm sorry about that. You know what? Maybe that's a good comment to let me know that if, you know, hey, if you're having a few drinks, keep it down. Be respectful of the people around you. Yeah, because there ain't no party like a gallery party, right? So that's not good. We want everybody to hear. So Lala, bird poos is a sign of good luck. You know what? As long as it's not on my head. All right. Okay, let's go down here. What was that? All right, let's go up here. Let's go on down. The only thing, I'm on my phone, so I'm unable to heart you guys. Normally I'm able to go ding, 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 and like heart people, and I can't do that right now. It won't let me. All right. Diane Lefevre. I think if that's correct. Lefevre. Diane. So what your guides are actually telling me to tell you, Diane, is it's time. See, I get from your energy that you're superbly loyal, like super loyal, to a fault even. And I'm getting from you that you're also a principled individual. So it almost feels like you've had to make a very difficult decision based on the principle of a situation, not something that you would gladly go out and do, but more like a, got to do this. I don't want to, I have to. And this would be something that you're also still dealing with emotionally or in the back of your mind. And what your guides are telling me to tell you is it's time to let go of those things and stop like second guessing yourself on situations. Truly allow your guides to speak through. It also feels like I'm hearing I'm hearing your energy say, I don't have anybody to talk to. I don't have anybody to go to anymore. I don't have anyone to talk to anymore. So there's also this little aspect of loneliness. But you know what? We all have someone to go to. We can always go upstairs and talk to God. We can talk to our spirit guides. And seriously, animals are pretty good listeners, and they don't gab. But this feels like a weight, like a super heavy weight that has been placed on you by other people as well. So you've been carrying a burden for a long time that it's now time to let go of. Your guides say it's enough. Your morning time, your black days are over. Put on some color now, okay? It's important for you. Yvonne G, how are you? Hello, hello. Smell, what was that? It's almost like I'm tasting like a buttery lemon or something. I don't know, like seafood. I know, isn't that weird? It's like I'm tasting seafood. Yeah, so if you're having seafood for dinner, that'd be great. But it is like butter and lemon, and that's interesting. Trying to see who it's coming from, if it's from you or from an energy around you. Who is this? I'm going to come back to you because I think you have a gentleman that's trying to come through, and he is probably the one making me taste that. Paternal side of the family. So father, grandfather figure. I'm assuming the way he's dressed that he would have been military, or, I mean, that's a uniform. That's not like, yeah, that looks uniformish. And I would think army, the way that it's in the khaki green, the hat, everything on it looks army. I know he's pushing to come through, so hold on. That's interesting. I swear it sounds like, okay, who am I even reading for again? Yvonne? It sounds like he just said, don't take the bait. That's interesting because he was making me smell like lemon, and I wonder if he's referring to you. Don't take the bait. You'll end up like on the platter kind of a thing. Meaning if something or someone is too good to be true, your gut is telling you to walk away or to not get involved, maybe you should start listening. Maybe you should listen. Don't take the bait. It means trust your instincts right now. Don't get yourself into a situation that you're going to look back and go, gosh, I knew it. I felt it. I knew it. And I should have listened. We do it all the time, but that's our guide's way of confirming for us that it's them helping us. So little mistakes are okay. Hi, Joni. How are you? Amy Batura, hello. How are you? April O'Grady, how are you? It's funny because when I'm doing this, some people have a stronger energy than others, and it's just louder, and it has nothing against anybody else's energy. It's just that it comes through clearer, quicker. And April, for you, I'm supposed to acknowledge this from your guides, how proud they are of you, because you should not be here right now. Meaning there has been one obstacle after another that has put you in situations where it's like you're a cat with 9 lives or something. And they're proud of you for overcoming and working through and moving through. When I see somebody who is battling, let's say, drug addiction, or when I see someone who is getting out of a really, not that these are yours, but I have to make the point, getting out of a really abusive relationship, a very difficult bringing up or environment. When I see someone that is barraged with life, it tells me this person has something pretty amazing to do in their life, because the devil is just trying to take them out. Like one thing after another, every black cloud that can rain on you or like on a person in general, it rains. And that just says that you're to a tripping point. And if they keep getting in your way and tripping you, you're like, you know what, screw it. I'm not even getting up anymore. I don't give a shit. Take me, whatever you're going to do. I don't care. And some people listen to that and just, they're gone. But if you are being barraged, it's because you have something amazing to do in this lifetime, and the devil is trying to get rid of you. And so be proud of yourself and kind of pat yourself on the back, because whatever it is that you have dealt with, you've gotten through, and your guides are right there. Like, they're like, woo, April, they're very excited for you. I love that. Chad Thomas, hello, how are you? Interestingly enough for you, Chad, you actually have a past life situation that's occurring right now around you or about to occur. And past life situations will come through when a person is dealing with some form of a residue in their current life. And that residue can be triggered by current situations and things going on that can give us anxiety or panic or, just freak a person out. Hi. And so if a person all of a sudden out of nowhere starts having panic attacks or anxiety attacks, and maybe it's because they are dealing with job loss or family are sick or the pandemic or whatever else that's going on, if you have a similar death experience previously, then you might have an issue with this. And the reason, and they show you, I swear, you look like you are in the middle of a hot field. So we're talking southern states, and you are, I would think you are in your, looking at you, your 30s, maybe very early 40s. You have a piece of straw sticking out. You're like, you're chewing on this piece of straw. You are Caucasian. You have light brown hair. and you're wearing overalls. You are, I don't even know if you're wearing a shirt under there. It might be a white shirt. And it looks like you have been working a field or something all day out in the heat. Okay. So it's dusty and dry. And when residuals happen, it's because a person dies and they're not able to accomplish what they set out to accomplish or do what they wanted to do with their life. And so they bring this residual stuff back. So now you trying to overcome and reach any of those goals, all of a sudden it's hot, it's summertime, maybe you're going through a drought in your area, there might be some issues with work or possibilities of change, and you'll get over it this time. It's not going to cause you to die this time, but it can cause a lot of panic for you to get through it and get past it, which is a little message for you to don't worry about it. You'll get through it. You will live. Yes. I know exactly what you mean. My entire life I've been up to my chin and like, and now the devil keeps, you know what? And that happens. It absolutely happens. It's what goes on. You said I would meet someone with the name interests. Same as me, not a soulmate, but like a best friend. Girl, when? Where is he? I'm starting to talk to myself. Girl. It's okay. You can talk to yourself. You're the best person to talk to yourself. You're the best person to talk to yourself. If they gave all that away, it wouldn't be any fun. I bet it's pretty soon. Okay, Samantha Abel. So is that Samantha or is it Sabrina on Samantha's account? Because last time it was Samantha on Sabrina's account. So, yay. Hi, girls. How are you? All right. How can I connect with my guides? I feel like I can't sit still or focus long enough to recognize them. It is really, truly as simple as going, oh, I knew it. I changed it. I knew I should have picked that. That is one simple way of connecting with your guides. That little voice in the back of your head, they are constantly attempting to communicate with you and to give you information. And if you find yourself changing something because your ego or your brain, and you're like, oh, I knew it. I should have picked 8, and it was 8, and I switched it to 9. That's your guides. They'll give you little things, little tiny bits and crumbs, and teach you how to recognize their voice. So then the next time you'll go, next time I'm going to listen. I'm not going to do this next time. And they're rampant. The more that you recognize them and go, okay, I get it, I understand, the more information they will give you, the more they will let you have. Hello, Lisa. I'm glad to have you here. Thank you very much. Let's go up here. Let me flip back up. Kelly, how are you? Kelly Elliott. Let me grab people. I have a couple certificates I purchased that I'm going to be gifting to a couple of friends. However, since I am sure both would like to connect with a loved one, do you recommend a waiting period? Oh, no. Nope. You know what, Sarah? They can always give it a shot if, they're trying to reach someone. I prefer not to know that's what they're looking for because I'd want that person to come through on their own. But with the questions that people can ask in the end, that might be something like, hey, I was looking to find, like, I'm looking to speak to someone, and I can go back and see if there's anyone there. But I prefer not to know who they're looking for or if they're looking for someone at all, because if they come through clean on their own, it's so much better because nothing is led in that direction. All right. Let me go back up here. Let's see what's going on. Hello, Lori. Okay, thank you so much. I'm not sure what to make of it. One person I'm thinking about fits part of the description of the letter. I'm not sure what that may mean. So yeah, the L, Kimberly, I think is what came through because you're the only person with letters tonight. The L initial comes through. And again, it could be a J if I flip it. So keep your eyes open for it, because if I'm reading something, usually, unless it's a past life experience that they will bring up as this is experienced in the past, it's usually either right now or right on the precipice of happening, unless they specify like a year from now or something. All right. Kathy Gastineau, how are you? Kathy. Interesting. Kathy, it's interesting because I'm immediately when I connect to your energy, I feel almost like I'm having difficulty swallowing or difficulty breathing. So they're trying to make me focus around the neck area. And what do we have that we're dealing with here? We have an esophagus, we have thyroid. So let me just look at these things really quickly. Both of them look okay, or tended to. Your thyroid might be a little wacky, a little low, but majority of it looks like it's within the proper limits, which it could be like -1, and you're like -1. But you're within limits. So it looks like it might be on the low side, but I'm feeling almost constricted, which makes me think that someone else is trying to get me to acknowledge neck problems or having something to do with their neck and having passed. It's interesting. Let me just grab you really quick and flip you. I need to get you in a different perspective rather than like looking at you third person here. Okay, so when I pick you up and I put you down on your beach, it looks almost as if you've got like a circle of footprints and you're kind of like, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. And so you're really in thought. You are like in thought, you are processing everything, and you're walking in this little circle back, and you don't ever touch the water, but you kind of loop and you come back. You're not looking at anything on the water itself. Everything is very focused down at your feet. And so I don't see any boats. I don't see anything like that. What it looks like is you are definitely grappling with a previous experience that doesn't look like it's yours to grapple with. It usually involves loss. And I'm trying to blow off this person to see if it's actually for you, but it's a young man coming through and he's unclear. Like he's not clear. So I'm wondering if he's for you. If this is Kathy Gastineau, I wonder if this guy is for you because I'm the first thing that came through, and now you've got Laura, you've got Barbara right around you. So I'm wondering if I'm speaking with someone who, as I was focusing on your energy, Kathy, kind of chucked through the channel because I'm wondering on top of you, I twizzled with you because having lower thyroid issues. But then I'm wondering, since this guy keeps trying to come through and I'm unable to really connect him to you and he's not speaking because usually they can't, but he looks like he may have committed suicide by hanging. And so that's telling me I'm wondering if it's for one of the people who I said hello to and he kind of jolted through as I was vibing on you. So I'm twizzling your information with him. So let's see here. Yes. Okay. So, all right. It's Alex. So, Barbara, you know who I'm talking about. Okay. That's what I was wondering, if he just kind of scooted through the channel. So, Barbara, I'm going to get to you because he's not going anywhere. But Kathy, for you, the one thing now that I can separate him from you, I need you to at least just go in and get your thyroid checked because it would also lend to anxiety problems, sleeping difficulties. And you may not be at a point of hair loss or anything yet, but it does look like thyroid and glandular problems can make you feel like you're losing your mind. And it just needs to be leveled off. Really, another way you could look at doing that is balancing your diet. Get rid of everything that is boxed. If you just make your food, get your food and then create it and make it, but get rid of things that are boxed or eat them in very limited moderation. If you do like a 90% or an 80% really good food and you throw that 10 or 20% in a day, that's not going to hurt you. But I'm thinking you might be able to cut this problem off before it actually takes a really big toll on your body. So try that, Kathy. Now, back to Barbara. So, okay. So let me find, okay. So, oh wait, Barbara, you said it's Alex. You had an adoptee. Okay. Okay. All right. So, he's super clear. Like I can see him perfectly, but the fact that he's like, he can't talk, not yet. What this means is that he is in the process of, the fact that I can see him is wonderful. Okay. It means that he's going through the forgiveness process. And what I mean is when someone commits suicide, usually, more often than not, whatever that was, they regret it the moment they do it. They stand there attempting to change it and they can't. And there's nothing they can do. They move to a place that it's not like a limbo, but it's like a waiting room, let's say. And from there, they go through a process where they are shown their life of what they lived, why they lived it, and what they were supposed to do. So what they then do is they must experience a forgiveness of the people left behind, the ones that are grieving and upset and angry. And those people go through a process of letting go and forgiving that individual, which a lot of times people will really do that right away. But then anger will set in as to like whatever their personal reason is. They wish they were there, they miss them, they're angry that they're not the ones hanging the Christmas lights or riding a bike with them or whatever. There's a lot of things that need to be forgiven. But then this soul, they must forgive themselves. He's listening to me as I'm telling you this. But they must go through and forgive themselves of everything that they are not going to do, of the lives that they're not going to have, of the people they're not going to help or save. So all of these things occur. And once they go through that, then most of the time they end up scheduling a new life to come back down and try it again. And I'm supposed to tell you there was nothing you could do about it. Nothing you could have said would have changed it. It almost looks like I'm supposed to mention something about slamming a door. It feels like a bathroom door. I almost feel like it's one of those thin paneled doors or something, like you could punch a hole straight through it. And he wants you to know that there's nothing you could have done to save him. Like he was going to commit suicide anyway. And he he is grateful for what you helped him to experience in this life. And then something else about money or about getting money or receiving money. So for you, oh, my chat room just kind of went berserk. Interesting. You called him your adoptee, but he really wasn't. That's hysterical. And a green shirt. He wants me to talk about a green shirt. An adoptee. That's hilarious. That's so funny. He must not have looked like you or something. I don't know. Well, maybe he didn't look like you because his face is a little different. His nose is definitely different. His hair is lighter brown. But he just had things going on. It's not your fault. He wants you to know that. Yeah. All right. You know what? I have to agree with Crystal Larsh about the high frequencies. Yes. And today, I was like super full of energy today. And I'm, what I said was exactly along that line. I went to the paint store and I had brought my children with me, and they were bicker, 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 chirp, 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 check, clock, 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 bicker, bicker, bicker. And I said, you know what? I just realized what the problem is. I said, I'm trying to be all happy and peaceful and high frequency, and then you guys are fighting and hating each other, and I have to lower my frequency every time I have to tell you to shut up, be kind to each other, stop fighting, I said, you guys keep making me lower my frequency. You need to rise. And then they proceeded to get a lecture for about 30 minutes on the way home. So I don't know. I don't think it helped. I'm pretty sure it didn't help. But it helped me realize this is the freaking problem. Bam. My children make me lower my my frequency. So Hope Willingham, it looks like he's wearing a green shirt. It almost looks like a forest green or a sage green. It's not like Kelly green. It's a darker green shirt. Looks like he's wearing this shirt. So yeah. And he was always at your place. You're very welcome. You're very welcome. That's so sad. Well, you know what? Is there a K also around Alex? Is there a K? Is one of your kids a K, Barbara? It almost sounds like a K sound. I don't know, Carrie or Keith or something, but it sounds like a K. All right. Aaron West, you had a brief blackout last night. It was super scary. Oh, shoot, yeah, it would have been hard to think about anything else today. Thank you for all you do. Okay, so Aaron, let's take a look here. I'm going to tell you right now, I just vibed on you, and I think I almost had a full-blown panic attack. My heart even started going like palpitating. So the first thing that I'm looking at here is I can feel your anxiety. I can feel your panic right now as to what's going on. It's very, very evident in finding your energy. Looking at this, looking at you health-wise, I mean, blood pressure looks okay. So there's, okay, blood flow looks okay. Your heart looks okay. It looks like it's stressed out with anxiety right now. But I actually feel, it almost feels like it's like a pressure, and it feels like it's behind my eyes. Excuse me. So I'm looking at that, and what I would do, I don't think it's not your lungs are good, all the organs are good, but it feels so it's behind the eyes. And I'm wondering if you have had any kind of sinus issues, or if you have had any weird headaches or anything that would be behind the eyes. If you've been dealing with something like that, it might be worth your while to go get it checked out. However, I'm also wondering if a lot of what you're doing is stressing you out, like to the point of chronic anxiety. And chronic anxiety and worry and stress can lead to autoimmune diseases, chronic fatigue, lupus, all sorts of things. Debrief yourself. Breathe, trust in God, and know that you're here for whatever purpose He has you here for. And breathe. Just breathe. Let yourself unwind. Trust that. And if you consider any headaches that you've had for long term, anything behind the eyes, and you've been taking things for sinuses and for allergies and it's not helping, I would just go in and have it checked, and I would let them know. I don't think there's any numbness. I don't like, we're not talking like MS or anything, because I don't feel numbness or nerve issue anywhere throughout the body. It feels like it's boop behind the eyes. Getting that checked out wouldn't hurt. Definitely. And it would be, yeah, I would get it checked out for sure. Okay. Pam, you've been struggling with migraines lately. What do I need to do for that? I immediately too, Pam, immediately I want to throw a new pair of glasses on you, and I want to put you in the dark. Like, I want you in shades all the time. So you must have light eyes, light blue or something. And it feels like it's just permeating into, and let me check here. Nah. You must work in healthcare or around people who are always needing to be healthed. to be taken care of in a healthy way, to be coddled. It's like, because I can feel stress right up in here, up in my shoulders. I'm feeling that. But I feel a lot in the eyes, like the light just like kind of permeating in. I would get you a new pair of glasses. I would throw you in the dark for a while. And then maybe go get a massage. Seriously, get a massage from somebody who has a background in chiropractic. Not cracking your neck, not cracking anything now. They just know the ligaments, where they attach, where the muscles attach. They know how to loosen them. Try that. Try that and see if that helps, because I don't think it helps that you also have a high histamine level in your body, which means you have some kind of allergy thing going on as well. So that's probably not helping at all. I would think maybe if you're itching your eyes, that's worsening the problem. But you do have a high histamine level in your blood. So try some Benadryl, like children's Benadryl. That can also help. Laura, you are trying to work on health and to lose weight. I'm telling you, Pam, a massage is flipping amazing. 2 different types you should get every now and then. A psychic massage where they know what they're working on, but they also feel what you might be carrying in a specific spot. And they can work it out both wise, energy-wise and musculature. And then a medium pressure massage that's coupled with someone who knows what they're doing on a chiropractic level without cracking that crap, okay? We don't want to get cracked. So Laura, talking about losing what, well, let's just take a look at you, Laura. I mean, I do have this amazing plan I can tell you about. I have not affiliated with it. I am just a full-time 150,000% believer in this program. So I'm telling every woman I know about it. So you don't have to listen to one of those videos that goes, would you like to know all about how I just lost weight? Well, let me tell you in this 2-hour video that you can't fast forward or rewind. Bam. Okay, hold on, I'll get to that. So let's just look at you, Laura. So Laura, you actually look like you carry more of your weight from like belly button down. So you might have a lower pooch, and you may carry more of your weight on your buttocks and your hips, your thigh area, lower pooch area. Those are some of the hardest places to lose weight, and you probably are thin or thin out quicker on the top, which gives you more of like a mesomorph kind of looking body. So you would do really well to not do any fad diets, nothing crazy. You really do need a balance of good fats, good carbohydrates, and every now and then maybe a chicken salad or some salad with chicken in it. But don't go killing yourself on salad. You just won't go to the bathroom for a long time. That's all that does to you. Make sure that your body is really efficient, Laura, so you need to also flush it well. Lots and lots of water, at least half of your weight in ounces a day, at least. Get off of get off of sodas. If you like your pop every now and then, have a diet once in a while. Lower your sugar intake, eat everything naturally the way that sugar is. It's seriously I'm going to just tell you, go to Macro Stacks. Seriously, it's Macro Stacks, STAX. It's freaking amazing. And seriously, if you just do like 1 month, don't do a year, do 1 month, and then they'll send you an offer for 50 or 60% off for the year, like a day or two later. That's the way you do that, okay? Because you will. And yeah, okay, so you're already eating clean and no pop in years. This would be so easy for you. It is balancing out the hormone level. And if you are anywhere near 50 or over 45, then you have to deal with and acknowledge your hormone deficit and your hormone imbalances, just what happens in women. There's nothing wrong with it. It's just what happens. And you can't lose weight like you used to. None of us can. But I'm going to tell you, Macro Stacks, it is the best weight loss plan on the planet. And this is coming from somebody who has tried every last one of them. And so you're already doing it. Laura, you're already doing it. You're doing it. You're just not doing it in the right proportions. I'm telling you, I eat like 2,000 calories a day. It's crazy. Love it. Karen McGoldrick, can you scan my joints disease state? Yeah, absolutely. Okay. So let me find you, Karen. Oh, yeah. Oh, okay. So I feel it almost feels degenerative because I'm absolutely getting it like a big achy pain on the my left back rib cage to my hip. It feels like bone on bone, almost grindy. You're welcome, Laura. My shoulders aren't that bad, but they pop. Like I can pop them. My neck. Everything feels as if it's really a lot on my lower, like left side, and then down to my back, my hips. They seem the worst. I would definitely be making sure posture is good. As much as we slouch or we raise our shoulders, we do all these crazy things. Being aware of how you're sitting and how you're moving is important. Just being aware of that can also kind of ease some of that pain a little bit. So interesting. It almost is like the bone is like degenerating, but then there's still cartilage there, which is odd. It would mean like it's almost like an osteoporosis of the joints. Like the joint is breaking down, but then you still have your cartilage in there, which would mean you would be shrinking, or it would be much more difficult for you to move because the glide of that joint is not there. That's really interesting. I'm not sure how they would fix that. Because I'm thinking, gosh, shots of any kind are just going to be like very super temporary to relieve pain, but not fix the problem. What? You couldn't eat enough calcium. It would give you kidney stones and every kind of stone you can imagine. It would just, looking at this, it's like you have to grease your system. I would get into also looking at what they're showing me. I would be stretching more. I would make it a goal to, let's say, be able to widen your legs as far as possible and stretch, or make it a goal to learn how to do the splits. And maybe you won't ever get there, but you're still progressing in a positive way, stretching and really greasing your joints. They keep showing me vitamin C. I know that's odd, but vitamin C is a pretty miraculous vitamin. Now, and not just vitamin C. Yes, vitamin C is great, but also ester C. But vitamin C, I'm wondering if you can ask your physician about higher levels of vitamin C that you might be able to take that can help increase the movement in your body and keep it from locking up on you, if that makes sense. And the pain, I'm sure, is brutal. I can't imagine. I cannot imagine. I would ask about vitamin C, and I would do stretches for sure. Yeah, it's crazy. Wow. Okay. Well, I hope you feel better. I really do hope you feel better. Tiffany, you have dizziness randomly at times. Little guy wants to go in the water, and mom's like, hell no. All right, Tiffany, would appreciate to figure out random dizziness. All right. Tiffany, where are you? Oh my God, he ran in the lake. He's head first in the lake. Holy cow. He's just like maybe a year. Poor mom. She had to go diving in after him. He gonna get his butt whooped in about 2 seconds. She's looking at me like there's people watching. All right. So Tiffany, I would go in to my doctor and I would find out about Meniere's disease. I would also think you have ringing in the ears. So that's a physical aspect of what you're dealing with in this dizziness. And it almost feels like I would also, ear, nose, and throats, okay, the ENT. I would go in, if you haven't done this already, and have them look at the inner ear and find out how much fluid is on the inner portion of your ear. If things at all sound muffled, or if things are not clear for you to hear, I would go and have them check and find out if they're able to go in and see any fluid buildup, because what they're showing me is that the crystals in your ears are floating, like they're just like floating, and every now and then it ebbs and then it goes back up. So you probably also have allergies of some kind. I think this is so funny because so many people ask about this, but I'm watching those crystals in your ears just like kind of bobbing up and down. That right there will make you throw up any day. And if you lay down, one side might have more fluid than the other. And that's why you can lay on one side and not the other, because the fluid-filled side, that crystal's bouncing. So one, I would make sure that I am doing anything I can for allergies. Anything to dry up my ears. If that is not working, I would ask an ENT to check the inner ear, and maybe they can put in a tube or open up the eardrum and drain it so that your crystals are able to fall back into place. I would have them look at that because they may be able to discount and count out Meniere's disease. If you've got ringing in the ears too on a physical level, that would probably have something to do with it. There is if you suffer from dizziness, one thing you can do to help get the crystals back in your ear, I promise you're going to want to throw up by doing this. But I've done videos on this, I don't know where it's at, or I would direct you to it right now. But what you do is, and you may do this already, but I will tell you this is an amazing fix. You get on all fours. You're going to put your head down on the floor. This is where you're going to throw up. You're going to be looking through your legs, and then you're going to lean forward a little bit so that your neck is really tucked to your chest. And you're going to find a point behind you, and you're going to stare at it, and you're going to want to puke because everything's going to be swirling and spinning, even if you weren't dizzy when you went down. Then you're going to simply turn your head either left or right. Keep it in the same position, but just turn it to the left or right. So now you're looking off to the side, and then from that position, you're going to lift your head. So now your spine is straight, but you're still looking left. And then you're going to put your head this way. You're going to go back down and do the same thing, both sides, like 3 or 4 times until you're no longer dizzy. And it will get that crystal to flow back into the cochlea where it belongs instead of like floating up high. So there's that. The bugs are coming out. They're all like attacking my phone. All right. So I can't read, but we're going to try this here. Okay. So I hope that helps. I do hope that helps. Okay, Joanna, you know where that video is? I don't know where the video is. I have no clue. Let's see. Karen is providing you, Diana Mendez, with some advice here about your rotator cuff, getting that checked. Boom. All right, let's go back up here and see what I am missing here. Okay, I'm at the top again. Mimi Weaver, how are you? Oh, look at that. If I just double tapped, bam. I didn't mean to do that. Sorry. But now I know on the cell phone it's a little different. Mimi Weaver, they're giving me all this health stuff tonight, maybe because that's what I've been reading. But Mimi, we're on a health level, watch your sugar intake. Watch your artificial sweetener sugar intake as well. If you eat anything sweet and you start to get nauseous either way, It looks like your body's not processing it properly. I'm gonna pick you up though, Mimi. I'm gonna throw you on your beach real fast because I want to see what's happening. Okay. All right. So Mimi. Okay. All right. Really quick. Really, really fast. I set you down. You're barefoot. Barefoot. Nothing's in your way. Nobody's telling you what you can or can't do. And you have a skirt on and you kind of lift it and you start to walk into the water. No. This is your guides saying there is an opportunity coming to you very, very shortly if it hasn't already. Do not go for it just yet. Make sure you have all the ingredients to bake that cake before you get in the water, or you're going to feel like it's going to fail. And then you're going to feel like, oh, I wasn't supposed to do that. No, it's like a waiting game right now. It is definitely sit back, wait. Do not move forward with anything. Do not process anything right now. You're going to have to just sit on your beach and you're going to have to just walk around and enjoy everything you've got going on. You may even feel the push to this new opportunity, but until that boat shows up, do not get in the water no matter how confident you are in your own abilities. Yeah, you're going to make it work. It's just that God hasn't given you those eggs yet. So you guys, it is definitely time to finish. And I know that we're going to be getting some storms tonight. The bugs are going crazy right now. And who else looks forward to storms? I love storms. It could rain all night and thunder and lightning all night long. And then we just have beautiful sun all day long, no snow. Freaking fantabulous. All right. Thank you all very much for joining me tonight. And let's think. Okay, KK, let's think. Go to godstool.com. On the front page, I will list, I put all of like the current things that I'll be doing and where I'll be going. So Utah, Missouri, Illinois, where else? I'll be in Iowa. I've already got stuff happening in Virginia for 23 and for Southern Illinois in 23 and also Waverly in 23. So already everything is getting booked up. If you go to the top, it'll say public events. There is a full list of my current schedule right now. And I really appreciate you guys coming and hanging out with me. And Mondays at what time? 11 Eastern. You'll find me on spiritrealm.net, not on the Facebook page, spiritrealm.net. You can go there. It's free. There's a whole bunch of other people there that are very talented. They're very well vetted, and you can check them out, but it's a fun place to be. The owner's pretty nice. And then here on Thursday nights. So everybody enjoy your summer. Stay safe, stay healthy, love one another, be kind as we can be, and do your best the best way you know how. I'll talk to you guys later. Take care and God bless. Night.